Hey, what's up, fam? After a good day of thinking over some of the events in My Hero Academia, I've really come to the conclusion that I think we need less villains like Overhaul and God, I always forget his name. I just refer to him as Bad Touch. There was a video that called him that, so I just always went with that. I thought it was funny, but less villains like him and more like Gentle. And by what I mean with that is the thing about Deku's power. He's just got super strength. He's got a power that honestly has very limited uses, or not uses, very limited possibilities. Like it's impressive. Super strength is pretty impressive when used to the degree it looks like he's going to achieve. But for the most part, he doesn't have any way really to kind of contend with some of the more unfair powers, like characters that have something like Overhauls, like atomic reconstruction, or Bad Touches, like weird decomposing, decaying power. And it comes down to, in a fight, if he's not going to get hit by it, because if he gets hit by it, it's an automatic death. And the possibility of them killing off the main character like that with no real way to undo it is just very unlikely. And it's not like, for instance, the easiest way to use a comparison is Deku's Deku's manga counterpart with Black Clover. You have Asta. So if you take Asta, say he went up against somebody with the same power as Bad Touch. He gets touched on his leg. It starts to decompose. He hits it with his anti-magic sword. Negates it. It does a considerable amount of damage, but maybe he saves his leg, or he saves his life and just loses a leg. Something like that. Or, for instance, Fairy Tail. Natsu can burn away magic with his fire, or you have Seven Deadly Sins where Meliodas could try and do like full counter or vanish counter to deal with the attack. But with Deku, he's not gonna get hit by it, because if he does, it's over. But with someone like Gentle, and something I really liked with Gentle, I know there's a fair amount of criticism from what I've kind of discussed with the people that I normally talk to about this series. For his backstory. I mean, his backstory was a little weird. I always thought it's kind of like this realistic way of kind of how like a dumbheaded shonen main character is gonna go. He's not gonna get good shit all the time. He's gonna get fucked over a lot. But I like that he had this lesser power, kind of like Luffy's Devil Fruit, and then he learned to use it in all these different ways that were really smart. He's got movement abilities. He's able to deflect attacks. He's able to use it to take harness of his environment to a degree, like bending steel girders and then flinging them back so they still hit with the same force. But he's able to do it in a way that it's very easy for him. Stuff like that. Stuff where it's more creative, and you're gonna get a better fight. Because, for instance, like the Overhaul fight with Deku, it was there were some cool parts that looked cool. There were some parts that looked cool. That's what I'm trying to say. There were parts that I was like, wow, that looks badass. But there was never any real tension for me, because I knew that there was no way Deku was going to get tagged by Overhaul's power. Otherwise, it was over. But with Gentle, he's able to hit him with these other attacks. He's able to bounce shit back at him. He's slamming him against the ground. It was a much better fight, to where you knew Deku was gonna take damage. He's gonna get hit. He's gonna have to try and think around this in a much better way. Meanwhile, with Bad Touch, he gets that fight for contact, it's over. Then it's over, and there's not gonna be there's no way to really work around that from what's shown in the series. And they're not going to be able to do anything like that unless they give Deku some form of weird equipment that, I don't know, does something, or somehow gets a second power. For the most part, like I've been saying, and I kind of went off on a little tangent, but they need more characters like Gentle, more like, well, early Luffy, where he improvised a lot more. You know, you take a power that has a very weird idea to it, and then say, look at all these different ways that I can harness it. Look at all these different ways that I can use it. Like Bakugo's power, he can use it for straight attacks. He can use it for movement speed, mid-air movement. He can charge it. He can charge it up for bigger attacks. You know, there's a ton of stuff you can do, and that's what the villains of the series really need. They need to stop having these extremely broken power characters to where there's no way that Deku could ever contend with them in a way that he might actually get hurt in the fight. The only way he's going to get hurt is overall saying, "Oh, I'm going to fuck with this wall," and then have the wall hit you, instead of just saying, "I'm just going to go and touch you and then kill you in one hit." I think it adds a lot more to the fighting choreography, to the uniqueness of the villain, and the potential and unpredictability of the hero to villain encounter. All right, I'm gonna try and wrap this up so this video isn't too long. But kind of just summarizing, as I was saying, they need more villains like Gentle, where they have a clever usage and strategy, a way to use a power, and less with broken hacks that honestly have no tension, because Deku has no way to counter them, and if he ever got hit by him, then it'd be over. One shot, GG. You know, but whatever. We'll see how things go. And I can't really determine how the series goes, but I can give criticism and theories. But so yeah, thank you very much. Drop some comments below on what you think about this. Do you have any? Do you like the way that some of these villains are? Do you agree with my points and my this discussion? Maybe check out my other videos. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe. But otherwise, have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Bye.